the time has finally come. People keep asking me why I do not ride an Orbea anymore because I was a pretty big proponent for their products. And I feel like now is the time to come clean with you all. So if you do enjoy any of my content, please like, subscribe, hit the bell notification. All of those help tremendously. But let's just jump into this video. I'm hoping it's not going to take too long. First things first, I think Orbea makes some amazing bicycles. I love the Orbea Ois and the Occam and have nothing against their actual products. But after actually dealing with the company, I have a lot to say about how they choose to treat their dealers. The shop picked up Orbea right before the COVID-19 pandemic started because they had ample inventory and did everything from road and mountain bikes to kids bikes. The shop sold hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of the Orbea product during the pandemic. And then came time for another year's buy-in. Really, without going into extreme detail about how a small business works or how a small local bike shop works, it really comes down to a lack of communication and us not feeling safe with Orbea. Namely because our sales rep was telling us one thing, Orbea would come back and tell us another, and we couldn't get a hold of anybody except for our sales rep. At one point in time, we even jokingly said he must be the only person that works at Orbea. They were just doing some dumb things, like a rep would tell us the buy-in this year is just a wish list. You can edit it at any time. Just put the bikes on there you think you're gonna sell, and then whenever it came time for the bike to come in, it would just show up at the bike shop. No phone call, no nothing, no saying, hey, this bike is in, do you want to change it? When we complained and argued that that's not what he told us, he just said, well, you know, it's in the dealer agreement that you have to accept every bike on your preseason order. Stuff like that. Numerous examples I could tell you, but the final nail in the coffin is the one that I really want to go over with you guys, what led us to just say, you know what, we're cutting ties with Orbea. But if you would like to hear more about the day-to-day of the local bike shop and been thinking about maybe doing a series on that, let me know if you'd like to see that down below. But the nail in the coffin was when an actual sold Orbea Occam showed up that someone at DHL ran a freaking forklift through the box. I mean, you could see the 2 forklift puncture holes, the side of the box was caved in, it was a mess. The parts box for the bicycle was missing, the rear triangle was twisted, and the rear wheel had spokes ripped out of the freaking rim. It was a disaster, and in a situation like this with a typical company, every other bike company we've ever dealt with, you just refuse the package. Of course, take a couple pictures and then the company that sent the product can get the shipping company to pay for the damages. If you accept the package, then the liability is completely out of the hands of the shipping company. When we get a bike in from Giant, if it's damaged, Giant automatically says, hey, refuse the bike. If the bike is damaged, refuse it. That way we can go after the shipping company. If you accept the bike, the shipping company they're off scot-free. Once you claim it, no takesy backsies. So once we refused it, just to be courteous, we messaged our sales rep and informed him of the situation, which resulted in him seemingly having a meltdown on the phone and telling us we cannot refuse a package and that we better get that package redelivered right now from DHL. It is in our dealer agreement. It is in our dealer agreement. You have to accept all packages, no matter the condition of the bicycle. So we looked at our dealer agreement, and it does in fact say that we have to accept all bikes no matter what, and that if they are damaged, Orbea will arrange pickup and credit us, or they will send parts to fix the bike. All right, so maybe that little part was a screw up, but the dealer agreement does say in there that they will pick up a damaged bicycle. They will arrange for pickup. They will send us a call tag for it, an RA number, whatever, and get the bike back. We got the bike redelivered, we put it in the garage, we contacted warranty and our sales rep, and then crickets. Contacted them again. We finally heard back about a month later. We are slammed, super sorry, working on it, all right? Time went by again, contacted again, nothing, crickets again. Maybe 2 months at this point, we finally heard from warranty that they will send a new back wheel and a rear triangle and we can sell the bike at a discount. And now please pay us for this bicycle. We said no, that's not how this works. It says in our dealer agreement that you were so gung-ho that we have to accept the bike because the dealer agreement says so. It says you will come pick up a bicycle that is damaged. So that is completely unacceptable. We explicitly documented the damage to the bike and we weren't comfortable selling something that the integrity of the frame had been compromised. I wouldn't have sold it for $75 just because whoever got the bike could have gotten hurt, especially if the frame failed. Like, the rear triangle was literally twisted in there. So the front triangle had to be compromised as well. I was not comfortable selling a bicycle like that. And to top it all off, we were still receiving nasty emails saying we haven't paid for that bike yet. The damaged bike that we are trying to get taken care of. This is when the thoughts of canceling our dealer agreement came into effect, so we informed our sales rep that their remedy for the bike is unacceptable, and per our dealer agreement, they kept referencing it stated that they would arrange for pickup of the bike. Our rep told us that Orbea doesn't have a warehouse or office space in the US to house it, so he doesn't know where he would put it or what he would do with it. And in my opinion, that's not our problem. It says it in our dealer agreement, you pick it up if it's damaged. So come get your crap and we're not gonna pay for it. We can't sell this product. The bike sat in our garage for 6 more months. And we finally got a call tag for the bike to be shipped to this place of all places. What happened in between those 6 months was that we canceled our dealer agreement with in all honesty, a decent email to our rep, and carbon copied his boss and everyone else we could think of within the Orbea organization, expressing our disappointment in how they have handled multiple situations in treating us, in treating customers. And we got nothing back from no one except our sales rep saying that he completely understands why we want to cancel, and then our account was closed. But we still had to pay off our balance, so we sent Orbea a check. But Orbea doesn't have a bank account in the US apparently, and they sent the check back and told us we had to pay online through our dealer website that we no longer had access to because they closed our account. Anyway, they reopened our account and we got it paid, and that whole debacle was behind us. The bike shop is no longer an Orbea dealer. And then come to find out in that time frame that our rep actually quit. We got a call from his boss, finally. The boss blamed everything on the sales rep. I don't think that is entirely true. Who knows? But then he asked us to reopen our account. Like, we carbon copied him in all of those emails and never heard a word from this guy. And now when Orbea is not doing so hot in the States, he just wants us to reopen our account. Like, this has been going on for 9 months. So it was a little bit at first that we didn't fully read every freaking line of the dealer agreement, and we just trusted our sales rep and what he was saying. We did everything that we thought we should have to do. I'm not gonna sell a bike that's been damaged, but we shouldn't have to pay for it if the shipping company damaged it. After doing a little bit of digging, I don't even think Orbea puts insurance on these bikes when they ship them. I think that's why they say that you have to accept the bike. And then when you hit return on it, since most of them being drop shipped from Spain, I think Orbea Spain gets PO'd when a bike is returned. That's what they all seemed like. I don't know if another bike shop that carries Orbea out there has had similar situations. Please let me know down in the comments, because we had more than a couple bike shops call us after this, and multiple dealers in and around the Southeast has completely dropped Orbea. Like, if you check Orbea right now for like the greater Charlotte area, it says there's one dealer, and it's not even a real dealer. It's a hobby shop out of California that has a distribution center there. It's very odd. And then Orbea started selling on the Pros Closet. They were like the only brand new bike brand being sold on the Pros Closet. Also, this one's pretty funny. Orbea was sending out steel bolts because this aluminum bolt that held in the shock kept breaking on all of the Occams, and yeah, this is what happened. Had another frame bolt break, no issue, because they're aluminum, and they suck. They send us steel ones to replace them with so they don't break, except they're not steel. So yes, I think Orbea makes a great product. I have nothing against their product. The Orbea always was one of my favorite bikes that I've ever owned, but I cannot ride something if the company is gonna act like that. I can't be supportive of somebody when they are treating dealers that badly. I heard from multiple dealers that I knew personally, they had similar situations, so after the shop that I work with is dropped them, I was like, I'm done. I'm not gonna ride an Orbea. I'm not gonna support them. I'm not gonna promote them. I would love for them to get their stuff together and become a better company, but as of right now, that is essentially why we don't do anything with Orbea anymore. If you got any questions, let me know. I know it's a little bit of a convoluted story because there's a lot of pieces that happened over the course of a year that it just kept stacking up, and then the bike being damaged, and then telling us that we have to accept it, and then have to fix it ourselves, and then have to try to sell it and pay for it was kind of the nail in the coffin. But hopefully this wasn't too long. I've been recording way longer than I should, but yeah, that's what I got for you guys. I will see you in the next video. Hopefully we'll get to something a little bit more lighthearted and that we can start racing again soon. I love you all. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.